Hello. My name is Debbie. My name sign is this. I am in the Mandela Fellowship here in Arizona in the United States of America. The topic I will be discussing today is inclusive leadership for an inclusive society. And with that, deaf people must be included. Everyone wants an inclusive society. People all over want to live with equal opportunity, and they want to live a life of pride. But there are many factors that prevent people from being included in society. Some of the factors, well, there are several different factors. One of the factors is deafness. Deafness has prevented people from being included in society and prevented from having opportunities like other people. In Africa, there are, well, according to the World Health Organization, they say the number of deaf people in the world are 360 million. And from that number, 5% are deaf. And I am from the Congo. In the Congo, there are 80 million people total. And if you extract the 5% that the World Health Organization says are of deaf people, that would mean there are 4 million deaf people in the Congo. We know that each community requires leaders. In Africa, deaf people are faced with many problems. One of the problems is poverty. Another is oppression, exclusion. And deaf people do suffer from all of these and other problems as well. So what do we want? We actually want to see that changed. And how can change happen? We need to include deaf people in society so that they can have an equal opportunity to an equal life. They would like to live a full life of citizenship. How can we attain this inclusive society? There are different strategies that we can use. We can include leaders and we would call that inclusive leadership. What does that mean and what would that look like? First, to attain that, we need to identify that people can improve things through their own experiences and their own skills. You know, there are women, of course, that group of people have their own problems. Children have their own problems. And deaf have their own problems. And all of them must have knowledge, general knowledge, to be able to be included. Also, inclusive leadership would require deaf people to help improve themselves. And it's important for people to identify leaders in the deaf community so they can feel empowered and they can be recognized as the leaders that they are, and that they are capable and able to be included as leaders, so that we can have an inclusive society with leaders from all different parts of society. Deaf communities require support and empowerment. Deaf culture is very different. They learn from each other. They need to be able to support each other and be lifted up. Deaf people can work in different jobs if they're offered the equal opportunities. All of these factors first require education. Education is incredibly important so people can broaden their minds, learn about the world, and understand a more broad way of thinking. Second, they require training. Education helps people learn and develop new skills, and they are allowed different experiences. And with that knowledge, that helps them gain recognition. Also, having laws set up will be able to help recognize deafness, and the government should be able to recognize deafness and help them just as they do any other community members. Having these laws would help empower deaf people as well. It would be nice to also have different services such as interpreting services or using technology in ways to help deaf people communicate. That would also help deaf people feel included. But what is incredibly important is we deaf people want to be included in leadership, meaning recognize the leaders in the deaf community and include them and ask them for their ideas. Ask them, how do you think we can improve people's lives? Because there has been a lack of support, a lack of empowerment, and a lack of inclusion with the deaf people. So there are deaf leaders in the community that can work equally as hard and help others live a satisfactory life. Deaf empowerment would benefit society overall. And how would that happen? Vulnerability would decrease. Poverty would decrease. Many families would be reconnected and they would have improved relationships. And that's what we would find in an inclusive society. Thank you very much.